How is it going, guys? It is Midnight Reigns, and we are back. There has been two things in the update that I'm going to talk about. They're going to be separate videos. One is going to be going over the units that got changed, and the first one that I'm going to do right now is going to be going over some of the minor changes that are kind of big, actually. Uh, First off, if you go over to your units, you will now notice that we have like an entirely new bar that shows all of the stuff that didn't show before, like crit defense, crit evasion. I don't really care about revive recover too much. They're the worst stats in the game, probably compared to tribute up and tribute resistance. So you can kind of be like about those, but being able to see your crit defense and crit evasion is kind of key. So it helps a lot. The other thing is if I go to equipment, say I pick this weapon, which I wouldn't put on because it has fire attack, but I can click, there's this little graph, and I used to have to do this on paper before building my units. Now I sort of still have to because I can't put like all three at the same time. But if I want to switch out, say, this weapon or this weapon, I can say, what stats will increase and what will decrease. This actually shows very well what's all going to change. Now, the only thing is that these don't have the gems in, so you kind of like factor in, okay, well, the accuracy goes down by 6, but there's 2 slots for hearts, so I could put like an additional 18% on there. That kind of sort of thing. Very helpful, very helpful. I like that. It might be a little overwhelming. We've been talking about that, about it seems like it may come off as like, oh my god, there's all these stats, and I click on this gear and there's this graph, like what does that even mean? But hopefully they do a little walkthrough in there, or they kind of ping, hey, check this out, guys. We'll do a little info on it, maybe on their live stream or something. Put up a little tutorial video themselves. I don't know, but so hopefully this helps out. What that little graph is for. The other thing that I wanted to go into was on the event page. Might have been the event page. It was not the event page. It was the news page. So we're going to go down to notice, because hopefully you guys are noticing this. Okay, so the crash error, special weekend, update notice. I think it's this one. Yeah, so we have the hero balancing, and I think below that, here we go. So this is where it talks about the equipment managing improvements and how the stats are displayed. This is what we went through. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I like that they did that. The other thing was you can actually separate equipment how you wanted to. Like, see where it says organize, you can actually organize your equipment now. That was pretty cool. That's a new thing that they came out with. Pretty nice. You'll be able to have more inventory. So if you like maxing out your inventory, I know mine's pretty, it's not maxed out, but it's pretty up there. That'll definitely help you out with getting some more room so you can farm more without having to check your phone. You'll now be able to instantly expand your inventory and equipment inventory upon alert pop-up. So that's pretty cool. Expand button at the top of the inventory. Yeah, before nobody knew how to do their inventory, and now there's a little button on top, because it used to be you just kind of clicked at the bottom when you needed more unit space. Now there's actually a button for it, so that's kind of nice. Fortress will be modified. You'll now be able to do new shrine 1 and 2, so that'll be cool. I'll be trying to do some fortress videos when those come out. It should open in like 1 day, I think. 1 day, 2 day. So previously you can enter the fortress up to 10 times. Now you can enter 15. That's going to be real nice. You also will be entering starting from beginner mode, not starting from whatever difficulty you want. You can enter the next difficulty once you clear all stages for the current difficulty. So that's going to add like a little interesting mechanic in there. You're not going to have, you know, beat 4 floors and then have like 6 to try the final floor. You know, it's going to be a little different. Plus, you'll have 15 attacks, so that might help get by, you know, beginner to get to the, was it intermediate to get to like advanced. So definitely looking at trying to do advanced. It's definitely not easy. There's only a few people I know who've actually even beat it. Even the I think it was like the intermediate last month was so hard that they compensated everyone on intermediate and advanced who tried it. That was pretty interesting. So hopefully it's not as that bad this time around. So the other thing that is changing will be the shop, the legendary equipment summoning. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Early game, if you can't beat, say B6 Fortress or even maybe B5, you know, if you can only defeat B4, for 100 crystals, you can summon a 4 to 6 star legendary equipment, kind of like you would summon a scroll of a 3 star to a 6 star. For someone who can do B6, I can do 10 runs for one of those summons. So to me, it's kind of like a, I don't really like care about that. But as for a newer player thinking about the newer community that's still like hopping on board, because there are still people that are just downloading the game, and that's pretty big for them. So I think that's kind of nice to help them catch up. The other thing is, where is it? Issue about the battle being counted as a loss when all enemies are defeated. Okay, so now will be counted as a victory. I'm glad about that. I'm glad they fixed that. It was pretty crazy. There's a little thing that needed to be patched there. Okay, so then you'll now be able to acquire 4-star legendary equipment from B1 and 2, and the drop rate of 4-star legends will increase in B3 and B4. So that's definitely like really good. That'll definitely help a lot of newer players. You can actually farm B4 fairly easy in the game. Probably within your first month, you'll probably already be on B4. Maybe like, if you're very active, probably like 3 weeks into the game, you'll probably be farming B4. So for like Fortress or Mines. The issue where users aren't able to perform fixed evolution on heroes that were waiting. Yeah, there was a slight issue with units that were currently exploring that you took out, but they still didn't register that they were able to be used for fixed or revos or like get rid of them. Yeah, that'll hopefully that's done with that saying that's it says it's fixed. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll be in chat and I'll be seeing. I'll keep an eye out. So they apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for understanding. It's good that they take a look at those little things, you know, like that. So I hope you guys like some of these changes. Hope they're not too complicated, and I will see you in the next video where we talk about the units that got changed. Take it easy, guys.